different kind of video. This is going to be a rant video, but it's still kind of informative, and you'll find out why if you keep on watching. So recently, my family and I went to Tagaytay for a mini vacation. And Tagaytay is kind of like a normal place to go to for a mini vacation if you live in Metro Manila. That has been our mini vacation getaway place since maybe 2013, and we've been there several times over the years. The thing is, my dad is a PWD, or a person with disability. He doesn't have the same abilities as able people like me and my sister and most of the people we know actually. A lot of people are different kinds of PWDs, meaning they have different kinds of disability. Some people have psychosocial disabilities, some people have psychological disabilities, some have physical disabilities or learning disabilities, and all of these are of course valid disabilities. So with my dad, his disabilities are physical because he's paraplegic, meaning only half of his limbs are in full working condition. The other half of him is paralyzed, and he has aphasia, meaning he can't speak that normally. Essentially, he suffered from a stroke, and it was one bad enough to leave half of his body paralyzed. He takes physical therapy, so he can walk around with a cane with a bit of difficulty, and you know, he's not that fast. Going up and down stairs is like a whole thing we have to deal with. He practices, but it's hard. For most of the time when we're out, he's sitting in a wheelchair and we push him around. The thing with this is it comes with limitations because, believe it or not, a lot of establishments in Metro Manila and outside Metro Manila are not PWD friendly. This means that it's not that accessible or easy for people in wheelchairs to move around. If you say something is PWD friendly, that's almost synonymous to wheelchair friendly because more often than not, people with physical disabilities are wheeled around in wheelchairs. But whenever we go anywhere, we have to check out beforehand if this place is wheelchair friendly, whether it's a restaurant or a mall, so that we know if we can bring our dad there. I'm going to be making a separate video about all the restaurants and places we went to while in Tagaytay that were PWD friendly, but for now, I have a rant because there was this one place, okay, I had to move because my neighbors are doing construction. Back to the point. There was this establishment in Tagaytay that it looks like it tried. It really tried to maybe be wheelchair friendly, but like logistically it just didn't do it. This establishment is called Twin Lakes Tagaytay. It's owned by Megaworld, which is a corporation, same as Eastwood. It's kind of this sprawling two-story spread out mall. It's not the kind of indoor mall that Metro Manila usually has, but it's the kind of, I guess it's similar to Eastwood in that it's a bunch of restaurants sprawled out on over a place that is connected by like pathways and cobblestone whatevers and stuff. So yeah, let's check out those videos that my sister and I took first because they're going to explain a lot. Okay, so here's the thing. Our dad is a PWD, aka a person with disability, and he uses a wheelchair. And we have here this portable wheelchair, which is light. It's made of lighter metals and lighter materials essentially so that it's more portable but still more flexible. Okay, and we are here, Twin Lakes Tagaytay, and the thing is, sure the place is nice but the ramps suck. And basically, it sucks that the ramps suck because PWDs and the aging population use wheelchairs in general. We're about to prove to you that these ramps suck, okay? So this is one of their ramps. It's about 2 meters long, and the slope is maybe like 5 degrees. Okay, the slope is about 5 degrees, and that's not the problem, okay? It's a fine slope, but look at the texture, okay? These are not fine pebbles. These are unnecessarily large, rocky spaces with potholes in them so deep that water gets caught in them, okay? And here's our portable wheelchair, and if we push it up and you look at the wheels, they're wavering from side to side, and that is not safe. And this wheelchair doesn't even have anything on it, and it is so hard to push it up already. It takes so much effort. Okay? And we have a perfectly able-bodied person pushing the wheelchair. We are not weak. This is not our problem. It is the problem of the ramp. Okay, going down. So going down a ramp should be easy, right? But no, this slope makes it absolutely difficult and impossible to go down the ramp smoothly. Look at that. It is not safe. Okay, so here's our next piece of proof. I'm gonna ride on the wheelchair, and mind you, I am probably half the weight of my dad, who is the usual passenger on this wheelchair. So, you know, if you think about it in physics, if you have more mass, then it is harder for you to move. It's harder for you to gain acceleration and harder for you to start moving. Let's just take me as a sample, and whatever happens, it is way harder when my dad is the passenger. And I'm gonna hold the camera steady, and you can see how much it jitters and how much difficulty Ate here behind me is going to have pushing me up. Okay, not safe. Okay, so that was a short ass ramp, and now we're gonna go down. This is kind of terrifying.
We need to go down, and yeah, this is what Daddy goes through every day.
This is what Daddy goes through every day.
Check out.
So again, that was a 2-meter ramp, and that is one of the shortest ramps in this establishment. There are probably, what, 20 ramps? Even more. Like, if we consider this upper floor and the bottom floor, okay, there's an elevator back there that will take you to the bottom floor, but to get around the bottom floor, you have to go through like a dozen ramps, okay? And one of the ramps down there, the one that takes you all the way to the ground, it's like 4 ramps, one after the other. 2 of them are probably 10 meters long, and the others are, what, 12 meters? In total, it's probably like 20 to 25 meters long, the total path. Here's another example of one of their ramps, and this one is pretty long.
Oh, I'm not pushing the wheelchair up that.
Yeah, exactly. This is super hard to push up. This is probably, what, 5-6 meters long? Yeah, at least 3 times longer than the first ramp we showed you. And then there's one even up there. So you see, like, yes, there are ramps for wheelchairs to go up, but they are unusable, absolutely. Now that you've seen those, I hope you understand what we went through and what people with lighter and more portable wheelchairs will probably go through if they go to Twin Lakes Megaworld, Tagaytay, because of those ramps. Like, it's not usable, not accessible, and it's something they have to fix, honestly. And if your take on it is that there's not a big enough population of PWDs to necessitate that they fix it, well, that's dumb, honestly, because any public establishment is meant to be public and accessible to the public, which means all sectors of the public, including PWDs, LGBT, women, pregnant women, senior citizens, etc. If there are some restaurants that are not PWD accessible, that's somewhat more forgivable because they're operating independently. But if it's a whole establishment like a mall, that's just bad. So you might be asking now, like, what did we do about it? Because it would seem pretty petty to just record all that, make a vlog about it for clout, and then not do anything about it, right? So what did we do about it? Well, we went to the manager of the establishment. We went to the highest ranking manager there. She was the person in charge. She wasn't like the top officer because of course Megaworld is a corporation. They have to hand over power to managing people, but they're not the highest position. Her first reaction honestly was that she was surprised because she said that they have been operating Twin Lakes Tagaytay for 5 years, and this is the first complaint they've had regarding ramps. Our wheelchair weighs 11 pounds. If our wheelchair weighed twice as much, like if it had a stiffer, heavier metal structure, then maybe it wouldn't have shaken as much. But wheelchairs come in all shapes and sizes for different conveniences. So the fact that these kinds of ramps can't accommodate a light wheelchair means that it's not good enough. And she said that she understands. She's gonna bring it up with the higher ups. We asked her, like, did the engineers even test these ramps on wheelchairs? Because honestly, it seems like engineers or architects or designers or whatever should have had the foresight to test it on several types of wheelchairs at least. And of course, as the managing official, like, she had to say yes, because yeah, like, you have to seem like you got it all together with a corporation. But honestly, I doubt it. We made sure to get her contact details, her email, and then I gave my contact details so that we could correspond to each other and follow up on the complaint if it was forwarded, if something's gonna be done about it, because honestly, I see my family going there in the future. Like, we don't want to stop going there. It's a really nice place. It really has to be fixed, or else, like, we can't. Not just us, but anyone else who uses a portable wheelchair. If you have a PWD family member and you experience these kinds of things, please tell me. Honestly, I don't know a lot of people who, like, in my circle of friends, who have to deal with these kinds of things. So thank you for watching my video. I hope it was kind of informative and kind of helped and gave an insight onto I guess, family members of persons with disabilities. So yeah, thanks for watching, and if you like this video, please click the thumbs up, subscribe, you know, and all that shebang. And maybe share it to your family and friends who might have PWDs with them. Thanks for watching!